In this video, we're gonna use the MRP Wizard. We go to MRP Wizard, and just the basic screen, we're gonna click on Next. In this first step of the video, we're gonna use select the existing scenario. Later on in the video, we're gonna create a new scenario. But for now, we're just gonna stick with select existing scenario. We've got a test scenario here, Dries. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna click on next. Here we have some other issues we wanna do. The planning horizon, very important. The start date we're gonna use today. We wanna know until next year, May the 13th. So now we've got our data period. In months, we can also do it in weeks or days, but if we want to see it in a whole month, that isn't very nice to have it in days. Then we have a lot of days. In the next one, you have the simulation. We want that on. This helps us because we just want to simulate this and don't want to do anything next in the system. And now we can click on next. Here we can do the MRP for just some items. We can add items, but for now we just want to use all the items. We're gonna click on next. Here are the warehouses. We can use several warehouses. We can click some, but for now we just want to use all the warehouses. We're gonna click on next. Here the inventory level, we want to required and we want a forecast. You can choose some of the system of the teacher you have created. Later on in the video we also will create a forecast. For now we're gonna use the test forecast. We're gonna do the purchase request. Now our scenario is ready. We can click on save, but that doesn't matter for now. We just want to click on run. Oop. We have to wait. And here we can see the results of our MRP. In this MRP scenario, you can see not all the information has been filled. It's just a test. But for the first 6, you can see what happens in July. There are 500 purchases. If you click on it, you see the packing information, purchase request. But if you go in front of the line and click on the triangle here, you can get a lot of information. You can get the initial inventory, the supply, the demand, and the final inventory. That's okay. And for the first step, this is what I will show you, so we can click on finish. But now we're going to create our own scenario and our own forecast. We go to MRP Wizard, we go on next, click on create new scenario. Scenario for the A0003 test scenario. Description A03 scenario test. Have to type it correct. Okay. Click on next. We're gonna use the start date. We're gonna use today. I'm gonna do a year. Let's see, the year 2016. I'm gonna use 31. Okay. We're gonna view a period in days, but that's a little bit lucky, in weeks. Production, we want to simulate it. Next, we're gonna use selected items. We're gonna only use the A003. Choose to A003. Choose OK. Now we can click on next. We use all the warehouses. Click on next. The inventory level we want to required, In the forecast, we're gonna define a new one. Let's see, we wanna do it for also the whole year 2016. Okay, we wanna do the A003. Now we're gonna use filling our own information. Let's say we get around 100 orders a day, sometimes 120, sometimes 1. In October we didn't do well. November we did a little bit better. 110. Oh, I accidentally typed enter. That's why you see that error. December 100, January 120, February we did 200. We had a big sale. 150, 130, 75. Okay. I just let the last ones empty, because for now it's just enough. We're gonna click on add. Oh, the forecast code is the A001 forecast. What is it? 01. Oh, it's the one. It's just A01 forecast. Name A01 forecast 1 year. And we're gonna add it. Now we have added. You can see we can save the scenario and click on run. Whoop. And now you can see we have done it in weeks, so you can see the weeks. But whoop, you can see here we have a problem for MRP. 61 here, 14 and 30, 75. Now a nice function of SAP, we can click on the recommendation, and here SAP tells us what to do. Later on we're gonna use another item that needs multiple materials to be built. The IBM iFootprint is just a single product. We just buy the single product and use that, so we only need to purchase the IBM iFootprint. If it was for a computer that used the NVIB print and multiple other materials, you would have seen here more items in this list, but I will show that later on in this video. But for now this is good. We have created our own scenario with our own forecast, so we can click on finish. Okay, now we're going again to the MRP Wizard, and I will show you how you can change the lead time and some other stuff. We're gonna use the same scenario. We're gonna simulate. We go next. We're gonna update select items. We only got one item, but you can change that. We're gonna use the MRP lead time. We're gonna change the lead time to 10 days, 20 days. Okay. Now we can run it. Oop. And I wanted to show you the information, the packing information, if you can click on it. At the beginning of the video I showed it, but didn't explain it a lot, so we'll show a little bit more. You can see here July, the demand is 100, but you can see where the demands come from the forecast 48. We've got a sales order 1, we've got a sales order of 15. If we add a sales order, it will add in here. We will do that now. We go to sales order, we say sales order of a customer, it doesn't mind which one, client 1, and he wants to order our A003 item, a quantity of, what do we say, 33. Okay, he will order 33 items, so we will add that. Oh, delivery date. When we're going to deliver it, 31. Add. Update with yes. Add. Okay. Now go back next, and we run it again. Collapse everything. You will see 132 because our order has been added. The sales order, its due date on the 31, and the quantity of 32. So that's what the packing information does. You can also see it here, the supply of our purchase orders that have been in the history. Also, we have the recommendation. You can see here, I've talked about this also in the beginning of the video, but now you see the save recommendation is gray. This is because we used the simulation function. Our recommendation are no use for us because we simulate it. If we don't simulate it, we go back, next, and click out simulation, run. It gives us the same information, but now, let's see recommendation, we can save the recommendation. This can be used for other processes. Now we can click and finish. Now we have saved our order recommendation. We can find it. We go to order recommendation with the show menu function. Here we want the A001. We want to see it of the whole year. Doesn't mind. It searches all the recommendation we saved. And for this item, the A0003 item, we click on OK, and here we can see our saved recommendations. And this is all of this MRP video.